Right now, we see situations where people have decided that they have moved to another home or they want to buy another home, but they're having difficulty selling the home that they were living in. So more and more people are leasing their properties because they really don't want to sell them for less than they could have sold it 3, 4, 5 years ago, or don't want to go through a situation where they have to come up with money at a closing to pay off their mortgage. So what we've done for people is we've drafted leases, and we feel it's very important that you use an attorney to draft this lease. Sometimes we see people who are getting these leases from people who are not licensed to practice law, and these leases are really inadequate. It's very important. You never know what kind of tenant you're going to get, what problems you're going to have with that tenant. What happens if they don't pay the rent? You need to evict them, and you want to have language in that lease that's going to protect the landlord so that that whole process will be less expensive and much easier to get the tenant out of your home, because otherwise it could be a real nightmare. Some clauses, for example, we put into those leases are things like an attorney fee provision. So in the event that there is a dispute and the tenant doesn't pay the rent, that they will also be responsible for the landlord's attorney fees. So it doesn't cost more and more money when you're not getting the rent to begin with. In addition, we write purchase agreements for people who ultimately do end up selling the house. And again, we highly recommend attorneys review these purchase agreements and make sure there's adequate protection in them for the seller. Those are legal documents. They should be drafted by lawyers so that you as the client have the language in those agreements that are going to save you money in the long run.